In this video, we are going to look a deep dive on Virgin Galactic as a company and why the stock is performing very poorly. It's basically is crashing about 6 to 10 percentage every trading day, almost. So let me go back to 2020 when the enthusiasm for space industry was at the peak. So Virgin Galactic was compared to Tesla by Madly Fool articles. Those days in 2020, if you look at, it was around 25 to $26. And then in 2021, when Richard Branson went to space for the first time, it went up to $55. And since then, it is crashing down. But if you look at the fundamental between 2020, even when they IPO'd the stock at $10, the fundamentals of the company is very, very strong now because they already started flying commercial customers once in a month. So what has changed since then? What is the future of Virgin Galactic? Why the stock is crashing? So the main reason is here. You can see annual growth rate of employees, number of employees were around 700 in 2019, and then it increased to about 800 in 2020. And then during COVID, they shrinked the number of employees a little bit, around 19. And look at how many employees are now. Annual growth in 2022 is 45%. Now they are employing 1,166 employees. According to Michael Koglaser, they are in the ramp up phase. That is why they have increased the number of employees. At the same time, they are developing the next generation Delta flight, and that costs about 50 to 60 million dollars. So all of these are increasing the cash burn of the company. So that is the reason it is crashing down. So how far it can crash? If you look at the market cap, it is 756 million as of today, but they have more than 900 million in hand. So basically, you are buying a company for less than its cash in hand. However, they are burning cash about 130 million a quarter. So it is going to meet the market cap at one point. At the same time, they are diluting shareholders by selling more stock. Lately, they announced they are going to raise 400 million 2 months ago. I think they must have done completing all those offering right now. If we go back to the article, it says investors push down the share price by 10 percentage today. But I don't think these are investors, maybe a little bit of investors, but mostly these people are shorts. So shorts are all over Virgin Galactic like those days with Tesla. But there are some reasons why these shorts are betting this company will go under like Virgin Orbit. So it says on Friday, Virgin Galactic successfully flew three passengers into space. The flight was the company's fourth successful space flight, but investors are losing their enthusiasm for the company stock, and today's decline brings the share price down 34% over the past month. But it's more than 34% by now. So here is the reason they are saying. So why the stock pulling back when Virgin Galactic customers are rocketing into space? Because while the company is successfully getting its galactic flight off the ground, its spending is skyrocketing in the process. I showed you why the spending is skyrocketing. The company spends 125 million per quarter in operating expenses and has sold a block of about 800 flights for 250 per ticket. That is not true because they sold about 600 for this price, and now the rest of the 200 is for 450,000. Right now, just one ship launches per month and with just two paying customers. That is also not true because every single time they are sending three paying customers, and one of them is their trainer. But Michael Koglaser said he's going to be on the first few flights. That means starting in the next few flights, there will be four paying customers. So every month, they're going to get 1 million per flight. That means three flights per quarter is going to be 3 million. So let's go through this article again. Virgin Galactic reopened ticket sale a couple of years ago at much higher price of 450 per ticket. That's how they sold another 200 tickets. Investors are doing their own back of the envelope or back of the napkin math and figuring out that the backlog of paid for flight at 250 per ticket won't cover the 125 million in quarterly operating cost. So that's where people are thinking, how come they can spend 125 million and bring only 2 to 3 million in revenue? So that is a good argument. However, when Fed start to print money again, the money is going to be available very cheap. And right now, with 950 million cash in hand for Virgin Galactic, they can go closer to launching their Delta flight that is going to fly once a week and is going to take six paying customers. So if they can reach the break even at that point in time, that is where the stock is going to take off. But right now, the stock price is going to go lower, but I don't know how low it can go because right now they have more cash than the market cap. I am a long-term Virgin Galactic shareholder since the beginning, so I am taking this as an opportunity to cost average because I know Tesla was about to run out of cash many times and they survived. During that time, the interest rate was very low, but right now, the capital market are very restrictive and very disadvantaged for Virgin Galactic. But in an year or two, by the time they scale up their operation, the money will be available very cheap because in few years interest rate will be going down and we may go into a recession, or per Cathy Wood we may go into a deflationary environment. If that all happens, the money will be available very cheap in my opinion, but you never know what will happen. But at the most, the interest rate will be less than what is right now. And that time, their revenue will be skyrocketing, and I am hoping I will recoup all my losses. I know Tesla has created so many millionaires, so Virgin Galactic has the same potential. Even though it is very high risk, like those days, Tesla was a very high risk, very high reward. Tesla proved that. I hope Virgin Galactic will also prove that and make so many millionaires. Anyhow, this is not a financial advice. Right now, Virgin Galactic is a very high risk, high reward stock. So you need to do your own research before you start investing or cost averaging on the Virgin Galactic stock. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Also, if you want to see more of the Virgin Galactic video, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification. I see you in the next video. Bye.